Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Jeff Glass with Beyond the Classroom, owner, founder of the Generation Company. It is February 2019, and if you are on my YouTube channel and you like the teachings, please subscribe because we will be rolling out more teachings on this channel. If you're on my social media page or you are learning this teaching in one of my virtual classes, welcome. I'm excited to teach with you today. And I say teach with you because I want this to be interactive. Please comment below. I usually try to respond within about 48 to 72 hours, depending if I'm traveling or busy with clients. So some of you have worked with me one-on-one as a sales coach. I teach entrepreneurship. I help people get started on their businesses, and then I also do sales coaching. So this is one of my favorite topics for service businesses. Having come from a blue-collar background, being raised around a family that is in construction, real estate, building inspection, I grew up a lot around the industry, and even having gone to a really good college and done a little bit of work after college, I really gravitated towards the blue-collar market. I believe that more and more people should get involved in it. It is an excellent training tool, and it was a life-turning event for me, really learning how to build blue-collar businesses. And so having that entrepreneur and business mindset and bringing it to that industry was one of the best moves I ever made. And I want to extend that information over to you. So if you're in that industry or looking to get into that industry, this video is for you. So we're going to dive right in. We're going to talk about power marketing tools versus secondary marketing tools. So if you're a landscaping company, if you're a general contractor, if you are a carpet cleaning company, gutter cleaning, window cleaning, junk removal, if you are in those industries, if you are in that space, there's going to be some valuable information here that I usually include in my one-on-one coaching in businesses that say, hey Jeff, I want to take it to the next level. I'm doing about 100,000 a year. I'm doing 50,000 a year. I'm doing 200 a year. How do I scale this business? How do I build myself away from it, set it up as an asset? So as I move forward in this teaching, that's the platform I'm going to have. So if you're doing $100,000 a year and you have a job, or you treat your business as a job and you're happy with it, fantastic. So some people just want to have something that they can go to and go on their own each day, make their own hours, be their own boss, and that's great. And I was in that space for a long time. When I wanted to grow my business, I had to start wrapping my mind around how do I leverage, how do I grow, how do I build this as an asset that works for me. And not only have I done that, but I've helped do that for my students too. So I have a 19-year-old student that's got his own business working for him. He doesn't go out and do labor anymore. I have a 21-year-old student. I have a student that's, I think, about 42, 43. He's a little older than I am, and he's built up to about a $500,000 business per year. So whatever you can take from this, please run with it. This is free information for you. If you have questions or need clarification, please contact me. And you can contact me by responding to the bottom, say, hey, let's touch base. I want to hear more information. Otherwise, this is for you. You can come back and reference this video if you have questions. So what I see a lot, let's get into what I call secondary marketing tools. So when I'm online and I'm looking at these Facebook groups that we're in and I'm watching people post pictures of their new shirts, their new trucks, should I use Google Ads? Should I have a website that looks like this? Should I use HomeAdvisor? Should I use the evil Yelp? Look, these are very good questions, and these are questions that I didn't say these are no marketing tools or these are useless tools. I just don't believe these are your power tools through applications that I've ran in my businesses. So they are good, but I'm challenging you to shift your focus on this. Reverse engineer and start out with the client that you're looking for. Who is the ideal client? My ideal client in the service industry is a client that yields $2,000 to $10,000 to $20,000 per year every single year. I want to automate that. I want to systemize it. I want to have that consistent client coming in. And when I had my business in California, we weren't advertising online. We didn't have a website. Doesn't mean I advise those things. But we tripped over and accidentally discovered something that changed my business mindset for good. And when I took a step back, I said, wow, this is sort of the secret of the service industry. How do we get people more focused on this? and looking online and what people are posting, I'd say well over 90% are not focused on the right type of clientele. When I say right, I don't mean in the sense of right or wrong. I mean what worked for me and what can work for you for scaling your business larger and putting it on an automation track of getting that consistent business coming in. So let's look at the power tools. We talked about the secondary tools, Google Ads, websites, and there are great people and resources in your group probably that are people that you know that already do those types of things. Those are not the types of things that I teach on all the time. I have familiarity with them from a consumer standpoint. I've done marketing, but my my main focus is the sales coaching. So these are in no specific order, but number one, reviews. Learning to get your online reviews. I broke this down to a science. How do we get a review? How do we walk a client through it? And if you look at some of the companies that I've built that have now been passed on or sold, you'll look at the reviews are very strong because we went about it a certain way. The next one is your general liability insurance. Having the right certifications to get the right type of client. Again, we're starting with that ideal client in mind. Who are they? Where are they? How do I get them? What are they looking for? That's the topic I'm talking about right now. Having your workers' comp insurance. You've got to have workers' comp. Whether you have employees or not. If you plan to scale your business, you're probably going to have employees. Get your workers' comp. People get caught in this. Do I get a driver's license first or do I get a vehicle first? Go get your license. Go get your workers' comp. Get started. Get bonded. Have transaction diversification. Within my office walls here, Tamitha helps with being able to process and accept credit cards. I've talked to businesses, well, I don't take credit cards. I just take check or cash. I have not met a business that's doing extremely well that's not taking credit cards. So whether you go through Tammy or not, make sure you're with a company that's PCI DSS compliant, and I urge you not to utilize Square, and that's not just my words. Look online, look up on Consumer Affairs and Better Business Bureau. But the main point of this is, for this teaching, is just accept credit cards for upsells and leveraging your business, because a lot of people pay with plastic. But make sure you're doing it correctly as the regulations have changed. If you're interested in that, just comment at the bottom. I can get Tammy in touch with you. All right, having a contractor's license. Do I need a contractor's license? Do I have to have a contractor's license? You have to contact the Contractor State Licensing Board in your state to find out the right information on that. I'm not a legal authority. I'm not an attorney in any way. I'm not a CPA, and I don't work for the Contractor State Licensing Board. But I can tell you, having a contractor's license is one of the most powerful marketing tools that I've seen and I've experienced in my business, even with owning a cleaning company. Think about it. You're going to set yourself apart from other businesses that don't have one. People like to look at businesses that are accredited. They are valid. They have value, okay? So I learned this through the next one, which is EPA certification. So when I was in California, I was told in a gutter cleaning business that me and my employees had to be EPA certified. Are you kidding me? For what? And so this at first upset me, and this is where my mind shifted. The EPA certification shifted my thinking a lot towards how, well, if I have it and others don't have it, are people more likely to choose my business over my competitors? That's the key. So OSHA certification, having your OSHA 30 or OSHA 10, making sure you're utilizing your harnesses and your safety programs correctly. Having scripts, your sales scripts, your referral scripts, your review scripts. In sales, we're taught, don't step into a cold call without having a script. You're in a cold call every single day if you're in the service business and you're doing well. Do you have a script? Is your team trained on how to interface with clients and go over programs that are available, prices, how to do an upsell, how to do a downsell, what different packages are available? Are your team trained on how to do sales? Okay, so are your teammates trained on how to do sales? Reviews, referrals, you have to script these things out. If you want to be effective, there has to be a system. which leads me into the next one. So a lot of great companies have systems. They have online booking, delegation, time management. When I hire a company, when I step into a business, so let's say a restaurant, I want to step into a system. So my daughter and I, she's 3 years old, we were at a restaurant the other day, and we ended up leaving. We walked in, there's a lot of tables available, and they don't tell people really where to sit, where to wait, how long the wait's going to be. There's not a lot of information. So stepping in, it's very confusing. So if a client is confused right away, they're going to be in the wrong mindset. So now I'm thinking, how do I leave this restaurant gracefully and just go somewhere else? I want to go somewhere else where the thinking process is done for me. When people go to a restaurant, when people go to a hotel, when people hire a service business like yours, they're trying to take part of the thinking process out of it. I am hiring you because I don't want to do it. I don't want to think about it. I want it done well. I want it done professionally. I want to mitigate my liability. And I want it done now. And so that is the mindset that I stepped in with running a service business. So I hope these tools are at least items that you look into. And if you look at them through a lens of expense, and a lot of them are very expensive to get, you do maybe don't run out and get them all at once, but look at each one and decide if they're going to be an investment and not just an expense. When you shift that mindset and say, okay, well, how much money can I make off of having workers' comp? How much money can I make off of having a good general liability policy? How well can I do when I stand out from the rest of my competition? All right, this is Jeff Glass with Beyond the Classroom. If you have any questions, again, comment below. Happy to answer them for you. I want to see you successful. Have a great day.